Hello and welcome to Islamic Finance Weekly. I am Rahma Sayyid Muhammad. Today at the African International Conference on Islamic Finance, we're engaging with ethically minded people to ask them about portfolio diversification, what they think about it, what products do they think will attract them the most. So stay tuned with us to enjoy this engaging conversation.
No, as of right now, I don't.
No, I don't.
Yes, I do have investments in stock market.
Yes, I do. Like we in the SEC typically advise retail people, I have investments in mutual funds.
Yes, I do. So I have investments in equities. Number one, I'm an ethical investor. So meaning any stock or shares I'll actually be investing in must be a share that is Sharia compliant. And God be the glory, we have more than 10 or 11 or more than on the exchanges that you can classify to be ethical shares, clean shares, or Sharia compliant shares, which are also spread across different sectors of the economy. So thereby meaning you can spread your risk sector by sector and company by company at that.
Yes, I actually have an investment in Nigerian stock market, and because that's one space where we've been, operating, for a while as part of the capital market operators.
Currently, it's just to cook. So I try to structure whatever I do towards Islamic finance. And Sukuk has really done well. So Sukuk is what I do now, aside from the Murabaha and the other Islamic finance products that we have in the bank.
Oh yes, I have a couple of investment. I've done a couple of sukuk, the federal government sukuk, the Taj sukuk, and I've also purchased a couple of Sharia-compliant assets, equities rather, in the stock exchange market.
Yes, I do. Just a couple of them, few actually.
Yes, I do. I do. I would. That is one of the reasons I'm present at this conference. So I'm willing to make an investment.
Uh, I won't say I'm an ethically minded investor, but of course I can invest in ethical investments, such as sukuks. Yeah.
Yes, I believe very strongly in ethical financing. I believe very strongly in ethical investment. I think that business should be more about the people that it serves than the numbers that it builds, right? So, this form of financing speaks to a greater good, it speaks to equality, it speaks also to equity. It speaks to development, to true development that is not a prop and is not a slogan.
Currently, I do not, but I am aware that we have quite a number of options that exist with our registered operators. But as it is now, I don't currently have any. Not because I don't want to. I'm still looking out for what exists.
I'm here for this program because the Ghanaian government is planning to start Islamic finance, or what they call non-interest banking and finance. So for me as an entrepreneur, I'm interested in building Islamic financial products. So we are planning to issue a sukuk in Ghana. So of course we are going to use the stock market because we have to list it on the stock exchange. Nigeria started very early when it comes to Islamic finance. It has issued so many sukuk. So we are here to learn from Nigeria because it's close to Ghana, and then we want to understand. So yes, personally, I'm not investing in the stock exchange, but the sukuk will be listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange and then also an international stock exchange.
Our firm is actually a relatively new firm, and the essence of coming to this space right now is just for us to also know what this space actually provides. But of course, we know that when it comes to finance and also investment, we have some categories of people that they are very ethically minded, and we just to be able to know what the market actually offers, and how we can also have a product that is tailored towards this kind of investors. That is why this kind of session is actually very key for us. And I'm not only here, I'm also here with other members of my team, at Trustline Capital.
Yes, I am very ethical. And I do with a commercial bank. I engage in a Mudaraba
financing. I do believe that Ijara is it's one form of ethical finance that I think would work for everyone in so many cases, in mortgage, services, so many things.
One of the reasons for this conference is for enlightenment as to the Islamic finance and what it all entails. So let's say after the conference, I'll be able to navigate which aspect of stock or investment I would want to go into.
For now, I think because this is my field, I believe I think I'm tilted towards the Sukuk market. So I think for now, I'm still trying to discover the ethical and the ethical investment. So for now, I have proper understanding of how the Sukuk market runs. So for now, I will stick with Sukuk.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the Ghanaian, now the world is moving towards ethical finance, okay, and then non-interest banking. So the stock market is going to be very active when it comes to ethical financial products and services. Yeah.
Okay, so Sukuk is exciting, but mostly because it's for Nigerians the new kid on the block. But there are other things that interest me a little bit more. Sukuk is fine, but like I said before, I'd like for the thing that money does to be just about more than just money. And so I find social financing to be a very interesting part of ethical financing. I think that if we're thinking, so I'm a Christian, and I think if you think like the Bible says about caring for your brother, then social financing is a must for you. You have to take care of the next person while you take care of yourself.
And so I know everyone knows Sukuk because the FG and Sukuk bond exists. But what we've encouraged operators to do is every single version of the regular traditional investments that exist, an ethical option for that. So maybe it may not be every single way, but you have a lot. So if you are ethically inclined, if you are concerned about where your money is going, there's something for everybody. Enough diversification currently exists. So if that's an area where people are interested, absolutely. And we encourage more and more. I think the narrative just needs to be more, and people need to be more aware. But actually, ethical instruments do exist in all manner and forms.
Long-term financing, looking towards agriculture, looking towards real estate, looking towards oil and gas. Those are sectors that would yield very well. Those are structures you can work with on Islamic finance, and you can structure them that every party benefits, both the organization and both the client.
So many, like we do in Sukuk, Murabaha, Mudaraba, and so many more.
For ethical products, basically, I think there should be more awareness on stock exchange markets. Most of us are just aware of Sukuk. Every time you hear of the Islamic finance space, we're always talking about Sukuk. So I think the customer base, the general public, can also invest in Sharia-compliant stocks, which we have a couple of. Apart from the Islamic banks, we have the oil and gas companies, we have the manufacturing companies. In fact, even telecommunication, they are Sharia-compliant stocks. So I think those are part of an area that we can fully venture into it, and the awareness is a bit low.
Mostly for someone like me, is since it's non-interest banking, non-interest finance, I mean, and for investors, I think this is one of the key attraction. Apart from the areas that you are required to invest, because it's not all type of business that's So the attraction is a kind of non-interesting when you compare to other mode of banking, where the interest keep on scaring investors away. So for investors is to see what areas of how beneficial this non-interest financing, and we've seen a lot of it where federal government has taken advantage of it, the state government has taken advantage of. So it's not only for government, to private individual business owners also have taken advantage of it. And they should not also see it from religious angle. I know when this come into Nigeria the first time, there was a lot of backlash. It's a form of Islamization. It's just a name because it originated from there, but it's a global that is called non-interest. So, and people should begin to see it as a form of banking that is universal in nature.
I mean, at the international conference today, we've heard from amazing speakers telling us about portfolio diversification, the kind of products that would attract them, and the kind of products investment bankers and capital markets, the Islamic finance industry can portray to the public to garner more audience. And with that, I say, don't forget to keep stick on the program. Follow us on all of our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching. And as always, I am Rahma Saeed Mohammed.